Sup everyone. You guys might be confused like, okay, Walrus, why is Barbara on the screen? You guys know why. You've read the title, you've seen the thumbnail. Now, you may or may not agree with this list, but I'll be honest with you guys, I speak to a lot, a lot of players. I probably speak to on average like 20 to 30 different Genshin players every day. And I ask them some weird ass questions sometimes. However, today, I've been working on this video for quite a while now, and I try to keep an open mind when I do research like this. It's because, let's be honest, it's not going to be 100% accurate. You know that, I know that. You might have a complete different experience, but I'm willing to say that at least 3, maybe 4 out of the 5 characters that I'm about to put on this list, you guys probably be like, yeah, sounds about right. Okay, so I'm excited to share this with you because you might be surprised, or maybe not. Okay, let's talk about the 5 rarest mains you'll find in Genshin Impact. I'm talking like full-on dedication, triple crowned, level 90, body pillows, pajamas, whatever the hell you want to call it. These are some really dedicated players to these characters, all right? Starting at number 5, we got our very own Mondstadt idol, Barbara. And I don't think this should be surprising to anybody. I understand when people think about mains, one of the first one that comes up actually is, like Amber mains, Barbara mains. These are like a lot of the ones where people go out of their way to talk about them and being like, oh, I'm pretty proud to be an Amber main, I'm very proud to be a Barbara main. And there's a lot of people who meme about this stuff like, oh, my level 20 Barbara can clear this faster than whatever you're running. It's a meme at this point, all right? The truth be told is very few people actually main Barbara, and I mean full on crazy mode Chad Barbara. And honestly, I don't think it should be too difficult for you to wrap that around. She is built as a healer, although there are people I know, you guys probably seen videos, screenshots, whatever, of Barbara like hitting insane amount of damage. It's very difficult to achieve and not easily replicable for most players. You're really taking a character, pushing them to their absolute limits, building an entire team around them just to make that one screenshot or one moment happen. Sometimes even have to fish for it. Well, so Barbara sitting on number 5, most rarest mains in Genshin Impact. Moving on from Barbara, of course, it's Amber. I would have thought Amber had more supporters and more mains, but surprisingly from what I've seen, not really. Even though there are content creators actually who are well-known Amber mains, for the most part, the community doesn't seem to actually have many who have devoted that much to Amber. So it really got me thinking, and I think one of the reasons is because Amber makes a great support DPS, like off-field DPS. She can offer some levels of support to the team, and in some cases some even have her built in certain quote-unquote meta teams. But when it comes to full dedication, like with the case with Barbara is that, yeah, Barbara, she is a healer, so there is actually a weird justification for you to go hard. But Amber is a support, and for her to be pretty optimized, you can park her at level 70, 80 even, and level 8 talents, and she'll function pretty well. But Barbara, like you either have Barbara at level 60, Ascension 4, with her talents leveled up somewhat, or you have her all the way cranked up and you're like a full-fledged Chad Barbara main. So surprisingly, there's more Barbara mains out there than Amber mains. However, you guys might feel free to argue this, but no way, there's way more Amber mains. But surprise, surprise, that might just be a placebo effect because of the Amber main YouTubers you've come across. Moving on to number 3, another A. In this case, is not the kind of A you want to get. It's Aloy. Aloy is the number 3 rarest. I'm actually pretty surprised. Being a 5-star character, this unit surprisingly has close to no one dedicating and maining. However, do understand that the character itself isn't really bad. Yeah, it feels somewhat lazy at some parts, and in other parts it feels incomplete and difficult to synergize with. But the biggest problem for this character as to the lack of mains is there's very little verticality to building this character. You have no constellations, and there's no guarantee in the future that Hoyoverse will ever cater to a unit like this, meaning that there are future units that's going to come out and Hoyoverse could care less about synergies with Aloy. So I think nobody wants to invest in this character, mainly because nobody wants to have an incomplete product dumped in their hands with nowhere upwards to build towards, right? And I think it's reasonable, but surprisingly, there are more characters above this one that even less people have dedicated their entire account to. If you made it this far, take a break, comment down below the last 2 characters you think are the rarest mains I have found in the game. Alright, now that you're ready, let's continue with the video. At number 2, it's gonna be Yunjin. I don't think many people would have gotten this one right. Now, do understand, a lot of people have built Yunjin, but they don't main Yunjin. We're talking about the rarest mains. I'm talking level 90, triple crowned, fully dedicated mains. And it makes sense, right? I guess I should have clarified this before I asked a lot of people and surveyed all this stuff, but it makes sense that some of these more supportive characters end up not being mained as much, because optimally you want to just keep them at a certain level, and to be quite frank with you, going any higher than that, there's going to be very little benefit. And I think to a degree it's also about clout, right? When it comes to Amber, I think a lot of people main Amber because she's one of the first characters we met, and she's like the first guide, whatever first 4-star that you ended up getting, and there's somewhat of a sentimental value there, and she's symbolic of something, right? Our first step within Genshin, and literally everyone in the game has her, so they understand what it somewhat feels like to even play with that character, because essentially you were forced to play that character, even if it's for like a couple minutes. I think there's some value there, but when it comes to these more limited 4-star characters or later released 4-star characters, it just makes sense that less and less people main them. But if you are a Yunjin min, just know that you are a part of a very exclusive club, and I'm actually very interested to see how you have built your character. But there is, of course, one more character we have to talk about, and this has got to be the most awkward part, because I actually helped someone from my community to C6 this unit. So if you're part of my community, part of my live streams, you will know exactly which character I'm talking about. And it's Thoma. Number 1, it's Thoma. I was so surprised when I got this, because I never thought Thoma would have made it onto this list. Honestly, I thought at the very least he had enough drip and style to have people want to main him and have people want to fully dedicate themselves. But oh boy, how did we end up here? He was one of my more anticipated Inazuma characters. Just his look and style and his relationship with the Kamisato clan, I just thought he was going to be more popular than this, but somehow he ended up at number 1. Just literally no one mains this character. If you are a Thoma main, I'm talking level 90, triple crowned, and you love this man to death, please comment. Honestly, he has more fan art about him, or I guess he, for the most part, in fan art also appears as a side character. There are a lot of people in the community who loves this character, but why does nobody go hard on him? And it's not like he doesn't have that much damage. When it comes to, I think he would do better than Yunjin, Aloy, probably even Amber, question mark, right? I think it's just because by the time Thoma and Yunjin, these characters came out, a lot of people already solidified themselves in the community as who they want to main. And for the latter, people who came to play this game, Thoma wasn't necessarily a game-breaking 4-star, nor is he any specifically unique support to any 5-star character. So a lot of people ended up either skipping him, or even if they did get him, they're like, oh well, he's not that useful, so I'm not gonna build him, nobody's talking about him. So they just kind of got left in the dust, and this is such a pity. I think Thoma is what you would call a Gen 2 4-star unit, and there's not that many of them, but the Gen 2 4-stars, they were either a hit or a miss. A hit would be someone like Rosaria, who is very heavily utilized in many freeze teams even today, but a miss would be Thoma and Jinyan. These characters oftentimes find it difficult to slot even into their designated role, let alone dedicated main DPS role that's like full-on level 90 5-star weapon triple crown, right? It just makes sense. Nobody's gonna go that hard on a character that never received much attention and love, and you can't even farm clout with this character. At least you can farm some clout with your level 90 cracked out Barbara as opposed to your Thoma. But yeah, that's what I found. Please share in the comments below, who do you think are the rarest characters to main? I honestly struggled towards the end here, because I was like, can I just find at least one Thoma main? Nope. apparently nobody, which damn, it really hurts. I guess Yunjin has some because of her cultural significance and how unique she is. She has a couple like voice lines that just no one else has, just actual pecking operas. So it's weird, man. It's wild. I never thought Thoma would have been up here. I thought Thoma would have been like number 7 or 8, but not number 1, man. Bro, that's even worse than Aloy. Come on, dude. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, comment down below. Understand this list is just made in fun. I didn't scour like millions of players, but mostly the players within communities, sub-communities, and whatnot. If you're interested, comment down below if the list surprised you. If not, it's alright. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, urge you all to stay safe. Peace, bye.